Hi there, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. I'm not doing any of those things today, actually. I'm going to talk about scents. So the thing that inspired this video was just thinking about buying some candles. I love to buy candles, especially right now, going into the winter, and thinking about the kinds of scents that I really love for fall. And it kind of got me thinking about not just candles, but also the types of scents that I like to wear for fall. And so I thought I would just share some of those with you. But if you do need a makeup fix, I am wearing this custom, this is the Viseart Paris Etoile packaging. It is from their holiday release last year. You can still get it on their website, but I made a custom palette using shades from several of the Petite Mattes, Petite Pros, and some of the Edit palettes. So that's what's on my eyes today. I've actually been wearing this all day. I've been out walking and everything, and they've held up incredibly well. And then just for a little fall flavor, I'm using one of my favorite lipsticks ever. This is the Sephora Lip Stories in Labyrinth City #6, and it's just a deep red. I wore this when I was in Paris. It's just a beautiful red matte, deep red matte, and it gives me lots of fall feels. I was in Paris in October 2018, and it just makes me nostalgic. So I usually love to travel in the fall, but I also love just watching the changing seasons where I live. So it's something that just really hits me hard, and I just wanted to share a few of the scents that make me think of fall with you. Now, I have a little candle back there, so it's one of these little guys. This is from Target from last year. There were these frosted glass pumpkin candles. I actually bought a whole bunch of them. You get the little ones and the small ones, or little ones and the small ones, the medium ones and the small ones, and then there were bigger ones, but I didn't get any of those. They have those again this year. They're in like a clearer glass, and I want to pick some of those up again, but these are in all kinds of different scents. That one specifically is in pumpkin spice, and it's really very pumpkin spicy. You can smell the cinnamon and cardamom and the nutmeg and all of that. It is very, I guess gourmand is the word. I think that's the word. They are very scented. Anyway, inspired by that, I just want to talk about some scents that make fall for me. So I'm going to be using my iPad to just go over some of the notes of things. And the first one I want to talk about, and I have them all in here, is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon. This is the scent that I am wearing today. This is a discontinued brand. This used to be Mary-Kate and Ashley's brand, Elizabeth and James. They now have Thoreau, and I think they have licensed this to Kohl's or something. I don't even know if this exists anymore, but this used to be all over Sephora, and so I bought out like 2 of the packs of these little roller balls, and this is one of my favorite ones. And so this is bourbon. Just like it says on the label, I would not wear this perfume to work because it does smell like you've been drinking. But it's got that vanilla, that deep sugary scent, and I think I'm just going to pull up the notes on Fragrantica. So the main accords are woody, yes. Vanilla, definitely yes. Powdery, meh. Aromatic, definitely. And earthy, maybe. But I do get the woody and the vanilla, definitely. So you will see that vanilla and woods are kind of a theme for my fall scents. But again, this one's discontinued. I'm sure you can find it at discounters anywhere. I'm sure there's a ton of these around. Elizabeth and James Nirvana was all the rage for a really long time. The white and black perfumes. At a certain point in YouTube, everybody was wearing them. But I really love the bourbon odor, not flavor, over scent. Then my favorite perfumes that I love as a collection are the Replica perfumes. Now I have these 3 as travel sizes. I do have like 3 or 4 of the full sizes. These are the travel sizes. I usually get them as the travel size, and then if I really, really love them and can't live without them, then I'll spend the $120 to buy the full size. But anyway, I want to start out with the obvious one called Autumn Vibes. This one came out last year, and it is not my favorite of the Replica scents, but it does what it says on the label. So let me read off the scent notes. And it is a very, I don't find it to be incredibly sweet. I find it to be very just, like I can smell maybe like a cardamom or something, but maybe a cinnamon, but I don't smell like a deep vanilla. But anyway, it says earthy and woody, classic woods. Keynotes are red berries, cardamom, cedarwood, and moss. And I definitely, I can smell the cardamom, I can smell the moss, and I can smell the wood. So it says, this crisp woody perfume balances a note of fresh fir balsam with spicy cardamom alongside the warm scent of cedarwood to create a familiar moment of escape and gathering on an autumn day. And I think definitely it is that woody, cardamomy, and to me it's called Autumn Vibes, but I feel like it's not my autumn vibes exactly. Like it fits with the autumn theme, but for autumn vibes for me is like the scent of burning leaves. So I could kind of see where you might get that a little bit with this. I'm still getting used to this. It wasn't a first love when I smelled it the first time, but I am getting used to it. Like I said, the cardamom and the woodiness and the moss really do bring that autumn vibe for me. But it's not what I would call my autumn vibe. And we have Whispers in the Library. Now this one I do like a lot more. This does have a few more sweet notes, but it also has those mossy, almost sort of musty scents, which for a name like Whispers in the Library makes sense. And that might not appeal to you, but to me, I just like it. I just like the connotation of that. And let's see. Whispers in the Library evokes the memory of a mysterious library made of antique woodwork perfectly waxed. Inspired by the scent of waxwood and paper, the combination of pepper notes with woody and warm notes of cedar and vanilla recreates the atmosphere of an ancestral library. And to me, I definitely get that scent of being in a place where it's been a bit closed up for a while. You can see like the dust motes in the air coming through the sunlight, and you can smell when you open up an old book, that kind of like, not moldy, but that kind of musty smell. Now, there are definitely vanilla and cedar and the pepper. The pepper is definitely in there, and those are notes that you are going to see a theme with, is that pepper, vanilla, and cedar is pretty much a theme with me for autumn fragrances. But this one, I don't know if they're discontinuing it. It doesn't look like it's available. Well, it looks like nothing's available on the Margiela website right now. They must be restocking. But it's not available on Sephora right now. So I hope they're not discontinuing this. I think it's really unique, and I love really unique scents. So anyway, I hope they keep this one up. I would like to at least get another travel size, even if I can't get the full size. But yeah, Whispers in the Library, love the name, love the connotation, very deep and dark and very much smelling like autumn to me. And then, as you can see, this one I have used a ton. I have this travel size, I have a couple of the sample sizes. but this is Coffee Break. Now, when this came out, I think it was a little controversial because I think people, when they first smelled it, said they didn't think it smelled like anything. They thought it just smelled like alcohol. I did have that experience when I first smelled it the first few times, but what this smells like to me, it's not a coffee fragrance. It is the bakery in the coffee house. So Coffee Break, it's a little bit of a misnomer, I think, because it's the smell of baked goods. I don't really smell a lot of coffee in here. I smell vanilla. But anyway, this is an autumn fragrance for me because this reminds me of being in a coffee house in Copenhagen. That's what I think of when I think of this scent. And being in a coffee house in Copenhagen and watching the leaves fall into the canal in front of me. So for me, this is, even though it's a bit of a sweeter, sugarier scent, I really do associate this one with fall. And the notes, at least on Sephora, are warm and spicy. Yes, definitely. Not as spicy as you think, but it's definitely warm. The scent type is warm and sweet gourmand. The key notes are coffee accord, lavender, and milk mousse accord. I don't smell coffee in here. I can interpret the lavender. It just doesn't, it just smells like baked goods to me. Milk mousse accord, I don't know. It says this perfume evokes subtle aromas of warm coffee and milk mousse accord that blend with a sweetness defined by vanilla. Sweetness defined by vanilla, I will definitely give it. This fragrance is blended atop light musk, while the fresh spearmint and lavender is revealed once set on the skin for a long-lasting fresh scent that is balanced by a soft sweetness. So yes, I would say there's lavender, there's vanilla, and that's what I smell. I don't notice that it changes a whole lot on my skin, but it may on yours. But as you can see, I've used a ton of it. It's almost gone. I will definitely be getting a full size at some point. And this, again, if not in spirit, at least in memory, is autumn for me. Then we come to a fragrance that I have had for a long time, but has actually just been kind of sitting around, and I just sort of rediscovered it. And that is Black Tulip from Nest. Now, I bought this a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. However, I bought this a while ago in a 3 or 4 pack of a Nest sampler. I was really into scents, like scents and scent packs, like scent samplers at the time. I still kind of am, but not as much. So this is a rollerball. And I would not have guessed that I would like this smell because it is sweet. And I have never thought of myself as someone who likes sweet, really heavy scents, and I still don't think I am, but I do really like this one. I like the darkness. I don't know, I like the sweetness. I don't mind it because it's kind of tempered by something a little bit darker. So I'm gonna read off the notes on this one, and the fragrance family is floral, which I mean, it's Black Tulip. I mean, I get it's floral, but the scent type is warm florals, definitely warm. The key notes are black amber plum, pink pepper, and Japanese violet. So again, we've got the pepper note. Again, that's been a theme with all of these. So it's the seductive, is it Chypre? I don't know if that's cipher or how you pronounce that, but in my head it's cipher. Eau de Parfum blends the sensuality of Japanese violet and Indonesian jasmine with the richness of patchouli and the freshness of pink peppercorn. Black amber plum and black cherry bring a dark fruity accord to a sultry fragrance. And you definitely get that black cherry right at the top. And I definitely get that black amber plum. I do get that sultriness, and you know, I can smell the pepper or the peppercorn is definitely something that adds to the deepness, adds to the spiciness. I know it's described as a warm floral, but there is a bit of spice in here. So yeah, and I've just recently rediscovered this one and I really do like it. Now it's much more of an evening perfume. Again, I probably wouldn't wear this to work. I don't know that I don't know what's work appropriate anymore. We're all either working from home or whatever. Or just mores are changing, so it doesn't, I don't know that it really matters anymore, but it's very strong. It's not something I would wear if I was working in close quarters with someone. It's a sexy one. Sexy and sweet, I would say. So yeah, Nest Black Tulip, one of my newfound ones, and just because of that deep darkness again, and the sort of almost decay in it, to me it's a very autumn fall scent. The next scent I'm going to show you is a candle, and this is from Cire Trudon. So these are these expensive candles. You can find them at Bergdorf Goodman. I got this one at, I think, Nordstrom. They have them on their own website. It's Trudon.com or whatever, Trudon.eu. I'm not even sure. But anyway, this one with this gold label here and the black box is called Mary. I bought this last year, October, and I fell in love. Now, first of all, this is the candle, this is the jar. It's supposed to look like a champagne bucket. The normal one is like an amber color, but this is the foil sticker they put on them all, and then they have a little thing on top about the scent notes. Mine's just in here because I'm trying to save it. You can see that I've burned it almost all the way down. I have been saving this since last winter because I love this. This is quintessentially Halloween scent to me. And it comes with this cool, like, if you can't really tell from the foil on the box, it has this really awesome drawing of Mary Shelley. This isn't the whole drawing, but this is her head. And then she's holding, what she's holding here is a little drawing of Frankenstein's monster. So this is inspired by Mary Shelley, and the main notes are cedar and gaiac, G-A-I-A-C. So I'm calling it gaiac. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced. The fragrance is The Fantastical World by Mary Shelley's work, a combination of spices as the recipe for a strange potion, tender and exotic wood notes expressing desire for movement, a soft amber and tobacco accord reminiscent of certain scents of her time. So Mary Shelley lived in the Regency period, well, she was born in like the 1790s, I think, and lived through the 1810s. The olfactive pyramid is cardamom, another theme, juniper, pepper, again with the pepper. The heart notes are gaiac wood, cedar wood, again, papyrus patchouli. Now, I'm not a big patchouli fan, but I do notice that that is also a theme with some of these, not all of them, but it is a theme with some of these scents that I like. The base notes are labdanum and moss. So again, you've got moss, you've got pepper, you've got cedar wood. So again, this one is just, it's deep and dark and adult. It smells like a Frankenstein candle. There's a little bit of decay in there, but spiciness to that decay. So I really do love this. Now this is a $140 candle. I saved it because I didn't want to just burn it. Like, I only burn this when I want to smell this. And I keep it in the box. I keep, you know, the thing on it. I keep it closed up. I keep everything with it. I'm not trying to burn this in a couple of weeks. Now, one thing that I did notice is that I thought it is a limited edition scent, but it does seem to come back. It seems like it has come back for this October, so it is back on the Trudon website now. So I'm assuming that it is at least a seasonal candle, and you can get it again if you want it. So I feel like if I want to spend $140 on a candle again, I can do that. I don't think I'm going to, but definitely an experience. This is definitely a splurge for me. I was really into candles last year. I still am really into candles, but like expensive candles. So I try not to do them when they're this expensive, but this one I feel like it was Mary Shelley inspired. It's so unique. It's so Halloween. I had to have it, and I'm glad that it's not just gone, that I can get it again. If this one, I will probably use this up this fall, so I will be able to get it again probably next fall. And then the last candle that I want to talk about is one that has been gone from my collection for a while, but I still have the jar, and I wanted to mention it because I remember really, really loving this. And this came out last year around Halloween. It came out with the whole Fantome collection. So this is from Boy Smells, and this is Copal Fantome. They originally have a famous scent called Hinoki Fantome, which is lovely. I love Hinoki woods, especially in a candle. And I've had that one once, but then they came out with a whole Fantome collection. So they had Copal Fantome, Tay Fantome, which is tea, which I also loved, and Iris Fantome, which I have not gotten, but I think I'm going to get at some point. Anyway, Boy Smells just came to Sephora. I've been getting it off of their website. You can also get it off Nordstrom, but they're in the like $46. Well, I think these are, I know they recently raised the price, so they're like in the mid 40s range for these size of candles. So like the Nest, like 8-ounce candles of this size normally go in like mid-range. And I just remember absolutely adoring this scent. So I want to go over the scent notes. I don't know that it's coming back. I think the website said it's coming soon, so maybe they will be bringing it back at some point. It looks like it's not gone completely, but the olfactive family is earthy spicy, definitely. And it says meditation of burning incense hinted with vanilla. So again, you've got that vanilla. Channel past lives with this warm and earthy incense forward fragrance. Notes of Mexican copal haunt cedar wood and patchouli, so cedar wood again, while rich accords of leather and whole vanilla, again with vanilla, whole vanilla bean add a rarity to this smoldering scent. Expect to operate at higher frequencies while channeling past lives with this incense intense fragrance. So Mexican, I think copal is a fragrance that is associated with like ancient Mexico, ancient, I think it's Aztec. I could be wrong about that. But I believe that it was part of early Mexican culture. I think I remember something about it being associated with ancient burials, but I could also just be confusing it with like cinnabar or something. Anyway, I just remember really, really enjoying this scent. It was deep, it was spicy, it was sweet, and it was everything that I love in a wonderful fall candle. So again, the notes as listed: top notes, copal, roasted cinnamon, charred clove, nutmeg, cedarwood, leather, gaiac wood, patchouli, pine tar, vanilla bean, and akegala wood. So yeah, a lot going on in there, but as I recall, this was one of my favorite, along with Tay Fantome, which is Tay Fantome is very much a tea scent, so I would associate that more with like winter and Christmas, but this very much associated with fall, with decay, with falling leaves, with deeper scents, the earth going to sleep. So Copal Fantome, if it ever comes back, if it comes to Sephora, if it comes to the Boy Smells website, definitely would recommend. if that interests you. So these are my favorite scents for fall, including this pumpkin spice little dude back here. Again, we can see notes of cinnamon, patchouli, pepper, cedarwood, vanilla. Like, we can see all of those themes, and I definitely can understand why I like these. I really just like complex, sort of different scents. Like, not saying like I'm not like other girls. I don't just like, you know, I love Chanel No. 5. I love traditional rosy scents. Like, I'm into that. I just don't love really super sweet scents, or at least didn't think I did until I smelled some of these. But I love a complex scent that's just a little bit off, for fall at least. So in the spring or for work, I would choose something a little bit more floral, a little bit more airy, a little bit more appropriate, that you don't feel like you're in such close quarters with a person. But these are really my jam for fall. So let me know what you think. What are your favorite fragrances for fall, for all time, for whatever? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome, and all of them would be appreciated. And I will see you in the next video, guys.